on, everybody? This is Kim Becker with a Locked On Now Insider Report. The MLB Divisional Series games are getting started, and we have MLB insider Gordon Beckham here to break them down for you. Gordon, how you doing?
I'm good, Kim. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Let's talk Boston Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays. The Red Sox are coming off of a big 6-2 win over the Yankees. How do you think that they are going to prepare now to head into moving on to taking on the defending AL champs, the Tampa Bay Rays?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a tall task ahead of them for sure. I think the one thing I've noticed though over the years is the fact that people, when they have a great game in the wild card, it can sometimes propel them into some better weather, I guess, so to speak, as they move forward. I mean, Boston kind of limped into the playoffs, and so you all of a sudden get a big win, you get this momentum bump, and also the Tampa Bay Rays will not have played in like 4 days. So as a baseball player, you lose a lot of the feel of the game when you don't see pitching every day. So personally, I think that it's a good thing for the Red Sox. They have a lot of momentum, and I think that obviously the Rays are good. I mean, they've won so many games. It's not going to be an easy thing to go down to Tampa, but I think that there's some really good momentum on the side of the Red Sox.
All right. Well, coming from a baseball player yourself, how can you keep that momentum going for these Red Sox? What's something specific that you think that they really should hone in on here?
Yeah, I think that the offense has got to show up early. I really am. As an offensive player, like when you get out there and you start scoring runs for your pitching staff early, or you start having good at bats and you show that you're getting on base, and the pitching staff can kind of keep the other team down, you really are ahead of the eight ball and when you start these baseball games, especially in the playoffs. It just feels better when you're hitting. I mean, it always did for me, even if you weren't hitting personally, having guys on base and being able to have that kind of good feeling, knowing that you can get guys on base, you can score. I think the Red Sox offense has got to go. And then you watch Chris Sale, right? Chris Sale is important because Chris playing with him when I was with the Chicago, he always pitched well in Tampa. He loved Tampa, but obviously he gets seen a lot by them now. Who knows? But I like my chances having Chris Sale going once, possibly twice, depending on who they end up starting.
All right. And do you think that the strength of the Rays bullpen is going to be a factor in these series for the Red Sox?
Yeah, the Rays, I don't know how they do it. Every year they don't do much in the offseason. They don't make huge splashes. They bring in small pieces, people that fit their mold and fit their organization, and they turn people around all the time. I mean, just nobody's in other places come to Tampa and all of a sudden they're somebody. And I think that that's the beauty of the Rays is they don't always make the big splashes. They don't always go out and do things like everybody thinks that you should, and yet they're always there. They just find a way to piece it together. They've got a great team. They've had a bunch of guys hit over 20 homers this year. I mean, you've got a veteran guy behind the plate, Mike Zunino, which is important, but he's going to be able to like handle that staff. And so when you have people coming in from everywhere, because the Rays are known just to throw openers, and then they'll throw a random bullpen arm when you wouldn't expect it. It's all about matchups for them, and they just live by the data that they have. They're a data-oriented team, and they're not afraid to throw anybody in any spot. And if he gets hit one night, it doesn't mean they're not going to go right back to him the next night. They always go by the matchups, and the matchups dictate who they put in there at a certain point.
Well, whatever they're doing down there, it's working, huh?
It is. Yeah, they're very good. They do things very well.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Gordon, let's get your prediction on this series.
Yeah, I'm going with the hot hand. I'm going with the team that has played in the last 4 days. I'm going with the Red Sox. I think it's a short series. If the Rays have any sort of kind of rust that they have to knock off, the series, a 5-game series, can really like get away from you really quick. So I'm going to go with the guys that are streaking. They had a big win. They struggled in Tampa Bay and playing these guys. I mean, they really struggled against Tampa Bay down the stretch, but I'm going to go with them. They're the hot hand. They just won a game. I got the Red Sox in 5.
All right, Red Sox in 5. I love it. Gordon, thanks so much. And for all of our listeners, for more local experts and insider analysis, make sure that you stay tuned to your local Locked On podcast. Locked On, your team every day.